Hello and welcome to the Hubfish Show, where you can get ideas to help you grow your eco-conscious business. And today I'm joined by Jen McKee, all the way from Texas in the USA, and she's from Hart Marketing, and we're talking about trends in social media and also making a difference because Jen works with eco-conscious business owners, and she's a social media marketing agency that elevates businesses making a difference in this world. So welcome, Jen. Great to have you on the show.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, and thanks for joining us so early. I know it's early your time, so I really appreciate you being on the show. It's great to have you here. So Hart Marketing offer done-for-you services, full services including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, managing Facebook ads. And they also offer a done-with-you advisory program, so social media coaching, which to hold you accountable, keep you up to date on the trends, and teach you everything you need to know. So what a fabulous service. We're going straight into the questions. So you work with many channels from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Clubhouse, so many. But can you briefly just tell us, what do you see as the key trends at the moment in the near future?
Yeah, so social media is always changing. Obviously, on what I'm seeing on Facebook, and okay, in general, it's video. That's really the biggest thing that you can offer. Facebook specifically and Instagram, you want to start figuring out how to create shareable content. Really, any channel that you're on, you want to create content that is going to move somebody to want to share it with their friends, and this is going to help you with organic reach. So think about whenever you're watching a video or you see something online and you're like, oh my gosh, I love this so much because it speaks to me, or I love this so much because it really reminds me of this person. And so then you have this idea to share it. So that's really going to be the best type of content. Speaking about Instagram specifically, Adam Masori, the head of Instagram, went live last week and talked about that Instagram is no longer a photo sharing app, and he's really trying to compete with TikTok. And so that's also something really big to keep in mind. Instagram said the top 4 things that they're focusing on right now are video creators, shopping, and messaging. And so whenever you are thinking about your Instagram strategy, video needs to be a part of it because Instagram has told us that this is something that they're prioritizing. And then that goes along with TikTok too. And so that's why TikTok is so important to the content that we're creating for our clients right now, because it's that short form video content that we can then use on Instagram, we can use on Facebook, we put it on LinkedIn. We don't share links on LinkedIn. We actually upload the actual video to LinkedIn. You can use it for YouTube Shorts. And then Clubhouse, you mentioned, is one of my favorite apps because if you're not on it or somebody watching this isn't on it, it's so cool. It gives you the opportunity to talk to people in real time. So I've really been able to expand my network because I'm not just putting content out and hoping for somebody to connect with it. I'm actually getting to answer questions with people, as they're there across the world. So that's been a really cool one too.
Is that the Clubhouse you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So often I'll come back to another question that got asked as well around Facebook, but often business owners are really busy. Are there a few tips that you would sort of offer that people can kind of be consistent and streamline what they're doing?
Yeah, so I think the easiest thing to do is to, number one, come up with your content pillars. So things that you are going to always be talking about. Sometimes people have problems committing to this, and it's always good to remind yourself, you can evolve as you go. You don't have to stay, always committed to it, but come up with maybe 3 to 5 subjects that you speak about. And then also including personal branding or just things about your company in general. And once you come up with those, then you want to think about your content. So come up with a content plan. I usually honestly look at an entire calendar at a time, and I like to print them out because I like to write on them. But come up with a calendar, write down important dates, things that you first need to fit in, and then fill out the rest of it with your content pillars, because you want to start bulk creating content. It's really hard to get every single day on social media and post something, especially if you're starting from scratch. And so having these content pillars gives you something to jump off of. all the video, you can record it all in one day. You can record a week's worth of content, 2 weeks worth of content. This short form video is, I'm talking like 8 seconds or 10 seconds or at the most a minute, but that's really long. And so it's not going to take you a long time to record all this video once you have an idea of what you're talking about. So bulk create your content, bulk create your videos, get it scheduled out. And that's going to help you be a lot more successful when it comes to actually consistently posting.
Fantastic. And is there a particular tool you use to schedule that out? Or plan it? Yeah.
On Facebook and Instagram, you can actually schedule from Facebook desktop at Creator Studio. It's free to schedule, and it makes it super easy. I also use a program called Sprout Social to schedule for my clients, and I use that one because it gives me good analytics, and it's super simple to use, but it is an investment. But there's also Buffer. I schedule LinkedIn from Buffer. There's Later, Planoly. There's so many options out there, so you just have to figure out what works for you. But I do recommend first Creator Studio because it is directly, like, it is a part of Facebook and Instagram. So you're literally posting directly on the app, which is always going to be good for the app.
Yeah. And you work with eco-conscious businesses in particular, and those making a difference. What are some of the kind of key things that you've learned while work well in the sector?
Yeah, so I think that finding the right audience is really key. There's obviously, like anybody, any business, you want to find the people who are interested in what you're doing, especially when it comes to eco-conscious. There's obviously a large group of people who this matters to. And so whether you're running paid ads or you're just putting out organic content, you do want to figure out what it is about your product or service that people are drawn to, and find those people on the internet. There's a large number of them, but that's something that I found to be a big part of working with eco-conscious businesses.
Yeah, and I think it's probably finding the right hashtags and stuff to go with that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and that helps you find the right people. And so, and you can kind of just find yourself in that little area of all the people who are talking about the things that you're doing, or all the people who are talking about eco-conscious things.
Brilliant. And before we go into a top eco business tip or lifestyle tip, I'm just interested, a lot of people have been saying sort of Facebook views have been going down, the algorithm keeps changing and everything, and some people are starting to use their profiles a bit versus their pages or in conjunction. What are your kind of quick thoughts around that?
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, Facebook announced that they weren't going to prioritize businesses anymore in the newsfeed, that they were going to prioritize what people want to see, which is their friends and family doing things or announcing big moments. And so it definitely is difficult to get organic reach on Facebook posts. So I think that using your pages, it does go, if you are selling from your page, it goes against the Facebook terms and conditions, which you don't want to do. Facebook, they have no problem taking your profile away from you, taking your page away from you. And so you never want to sell from your page. What you can do, or from your profile, I'm sorry, what you can do is always share things from your page to your profile. So if it's a selling post, post it onto your page, share that to your profile. If it's just posting educational content that people from your profile might be interested in, I don't think there's a problem posting it from your profile. But you are going to struggle with organic reach as a Facebook page. So again, creating content that's shareable, creating content that people are interested in or can relate to. A lot of times for my clients, I have a large focus on personal branding. And so we do post pictures of them and their families and what they're doing and tie it back to their business message. And that helps us keep our organic reach up.
Right, brilliant. Amazing tips. Okay, and we're almost out of time, but what is your top eco business or lifestyle tip?
Yeah, I think really don't overbuy. It's so easy to get caught up in consumerism, and that's more of like a lifestyle tip, but consumerism is just creating clutter, which is a problem in itself. And so that eventually, of course, leads to trash. And so trying to limit the things that you're buying. It's so easy to get caught up in all of the
Definitely.
things that
And
you
it
think you
applies to
need.
business too, because you could buy lots of gadgets and things for
Exactly.
your business as well. So brilliant. Thank you.
Exactly.
If you want to find out more about working with you, I know, Jen, you've got keyheartmarketing.com, and
Yes.
you've also got a great free strategy hall as well. So if you go to keyheartmarketing.com/work with KHM, you will get all the information there, and people can have a social media strategy session with you. So that's fantastic. And you've also got an email list as well, haven't you? Which
Yeah. Oh, and I have actually, if you message me on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, wherever it is that you're watching this, I have 25 ideas for Reels or TikTok that I can send to you as well.
Oh, fantastic. That's brilliant. All right. Well, I'll add that also into the post after the show so people can do that and remember to get in touch with you. That's brilliant, because I think TikTok is new to a lot of our audience. So yeah, I think it would be really good to find out more about that. So thank you so much for joining us. That was just jam-packed full of info. Brilliant. Love it.
Yes. Thank you so much, Karen. I enjoyed it.
Oh, fantastic. And to all of you who are watching, if you've got any questions, keep posting them below, and both Jen and I will jump in there and reply and comment and help you out as much as we can. But otherwise, we'll see you same time next week. Bye for now.